Hello? What? What do you mean Mom's gone? What happened? Yes, I will come home Friday. Thank you, Madam Contest Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. That was the call I received from my sister, 6 a.m., Monday morning, April 3rd, 2006, 1 hour after the passing of our mother. I had just driven back to UC San Diego to start my spring quarter, but despite having spent most of my spring break on my mother's side, there was no preparing me for this call. At only 60 years young, my mother lost her life to cancer. What started off as a stomach ache in September of 2005 led to the diagnosis of a malignant tumor on the outside wall of her colon. It was stage 4 cancer. The doctors gave her 6 months to 6 years. But I thought nothing of this diagnosis because my mother was invincible and no doctor was going to convince me otherwise. Even 3 months after the initial diagnosis, my mother and I would still go out running errands, eating at our favorite restaurants, and living life as normal. The only difference was that with all the time my mother was spending at the hospital, she gained this very special power to distinguish between people with real hair and people wearing wigs. But by late March 2006, the cancer was taking its toll, and my mother no longer seemed invincible. She was bedridden, and she had lost the ability to perform most of the bodily functions that we take for granted. I still had faith in her, though. That is why I spent most of my spring break at the City of Hope, where she was receiving treatment. And it was there that I received my revelation. It was late one evening. My father and I were at the City of Hope with my mother as she was receiving bag after bag of blood as part of her treatment. And I was sitting by my mother's bed when these thoughts just hit me. That at this moment, that bag of blood was keeping my mother alive, giving her the strength to battle her disease. And at this moment, that bag of blood was giving my family the hope that my mother could fully recover. And at this moment, as I sat there looking at that bag of blood, that bag of hope, how I wished that it could have been from me. You see, as a college student, I was an infrequent blood donor. I pretty much only donated blood when I wanted the cookies and juice. Or if I wanted the promotional items they were giving away. But on this evening, all those brochures with the adorable little kids made sense to me. That donating blood saves lives. Did you know that 1 pint of your blood can save up to 3 lives? You can save those adorable little kids, and you can save the people you love. You can save the people who live halfway across the world, and you can save the ones who live right next to your heart. And your pint of blood would not only save the lives of recipients, it can save the people in their family, save their friends, and everyone around them. Unfortunately, it could not save my mother. Neither could the doctors, nor all those treatments. But this revelation stuck with me, and I'm now a regular donor. Not just for the cookies and juice, but because one, I want to give back to the blood bank all those bags of blood my mother took out in those 6 long, grueling months. And 2, because I want to help ensure that there will be blood available in the future for the other important people in my life. I donated in March, and I will donate again in May. I want to invite you all to join me. I usually donate through the Red Cross. You can sign up for an appointment with them now at givelife.org. Givelife.org. Because had you or anyone you know ever need a blood transfusion, just imagine looking at that bag of blood and know how you would feel to know that you have made a difference. Because your pint of blood, your 30 minutes, and what amounts to a tiny pinch on your arm can and will save lives. Even though it did not save my mother, I am still eternally grateful for all those bags of blood that allowed me to spend my spring break with her. GiveLife.org. And may my revelation lead to your revelations. Madam Contest.